Hi, today, we will explain the storyline of the movie Hyena Road, which was released in 2015. Well, let's get straight to the story. In Kandahar province, southern Afghanistan, Canadian Army troops face resistance from insurgents as they build the Hyena Road deep into Taliban territory. This 54,000 square kilometer province is the cradle of Taliban fighters. This area of conflicting agendas, tribal rivalries, and strife is the area of operations for Canadian Army troops. Officer Ryan Sanders, leader of the sniper unit, led the reconnaissance. Their code name is 39er Alpha. Ryan is accompanied by his colleagues Hickey, Tank, and Travis. Through telescope reconnaissance, they saw a man on Hyena Lane. At first, they thought the man was a farmer, but soon the man was holding a suspicious object wrapped in cloth. As it turned out, it was a 122mm shell casing equipped with a detonator cable. Ryan reported it to the command post. Captain Jennifer Bowman received the report. She confirmed that the man was one of the insurgents on the Hyena Trail at coordinates 650 kilometers north-southwest of the Quebec sector, 417-68134. After planting the bomb, the man left. Ryan then told Travis to immobilize the target. After success, they moved to the pickup point. From the command post, 3 armored vehicles were dispatched to pick up Ryan's team. When approaching the pickup point, they divided the team. Ryan and Travis would go first to check the surrounding area, while Hickey and Tank would guard from a height. Those at the bottom noticed something suspicious in the distance. The asphalt looked freshly patched. At the same time, a convoy of pickup vehicles approached. Ryan then contacted the pickup and asked him to hold his position. After that, Ryan asked Hickey to shoot the asphalt patch. At the first and second points, all was safe. Ryan then asked Hickey to use a 50mm caliber bullet to fire at the third point. As a result, the patch exploded violently. Ryan and the others continued to run while reporting their situation to the command post. Jennifer immediately asked the pickup team to pick them up, but Ryan asked the pickup to take another route, which was around the hill considering the asphalt was filled with explosives. Consequently, it took them 20 to 25 minutes to arrive. With no choice, Ryan's team held on. At the bottom of the hill, the enemy seemed to be chasing them. Travis then saw a village not far from their position. They moved on foot and reached the village, however, they were not immediately safe. All the residents who looked panicked closed the doors of their houses. The team was finally offered to enter the house of a tribal elder. However, they did not immediately accept. While outside, the rebels surrounded the elder's house. Ryan, who had reconnected with the command post, asked for a quick reaction force to pick them up. Hearing this, Jennifer then called for help at the headquarters of the airbase in Kandahar. At the airbase, Captain Pete Mitchell, an intelligence branch officer, received Ryan's team's situation report. He said that currently the rapid reaction force could only arrive in the next 25 minutes. He then asked Ryan to provide information about the village elders. Ryan said, "The elders had different eye colors on the left and right." Shortly after, the rebels threw a grenade at him, but the elder casually picked it up and threw it back. Because there was no other way, Ryan's team inevitably entered the elder's house to wait. Suddenly, the rebels arrived with their 82mm guns and launched an attack.
You're gonna have to hunker down. We'll get you out of there ASAP.
In an instant, the wall in the elder's house was perforated. The elder then went outside to meet the rebels. Shortly after, a gunshot was heard, and Ryan's team suspected he had been shot. But he wasn't. The elder said he wasn't Taliban, after which he helped them out of the house. The insurgents were nowhere to be seen. The command post told Ryan's team to immediately leave for the pickup point in sector 40,125. On the other hand, at KAF Kandahar Air Base, in the middle of the desert, a coalition of more than 45 countries was stationed. 2/3 of the army is also stationed here, estimated at 35,000 to 60,000 personnel. However, no one knows for sure. Here, they consume 14 tons of food per day and dump feces into lakes, filling 30% of the air with feces. At KAF, General Rillman explained that his troops were building a large road that would lead to the center of enemy territory. The road is at the end of Panjwai Town and Hyena Lane. The enemy is resisting the construction of the road because it disrupts their movement. The enemy had destroyed a material transportation truck and killed 36 civilians who were workers. For this reason, Rillman called his ally Bashir and his son Kareem. It was known that Bashir had many militia troops. Rillman asked Bashir to help him stop the rebels' attacks, and he also asked Bashir to attend the small inauguration ceremony of the road construction. Currently, there are 15 kilometers of the road left to be completed. Kareem considers the Hyena Road a gift to the population. He and his father would be honored to attend the inauguration ceremony. After the meeting, Pete decided to fly to the command post at Spurwan Gar military base, looking for clues about the village elders. He arrived at lunchtime.
Mars is in our Afghanistan.
On the other hand, Ryan, who had returned to the base, met Jennifer at lunchtime. Apparently, they have been in a secret relationship for a long time. Not long after, Pete invited Ryan to talk because he was still curious about the village elder who helped Ryan's team. Pete said the elder's actions were called arrows, meaning protection. If the elders invite him, no one can hurt them. Pete then asked again for a physical description of the elder. Again, Ryan only mentioned the color of the left eye brown and the right eye dark blue. Because he was still curious too, Pete invited Ryan to patrol the village tomorrow morning. He also wanted to identify the elder. In the evening, Ryan is alone with Jennifer to reminisce about their trip while on duty together and stay at the Cypress State Hotel. At this point, Jennifer asks that their relationship remain a secret so that she doesn't get fired. The next day, Pete, Ryan, and the troops arrive at the village. Pete dialogues with the local elders with the help of Kareem as a translator. He asks if he can meet other elders in the village, but the elder says he is the only elder here. Pete also mentioned the description of the person in question. The elder referred to the man as the ghost who lived in Kandahar city. Pete decided to look for the man, assisted by an acquaintance named Haji Baba. Haji said that if he was really looking for the ghost, his cousin knew where the ghost could be found. Pete also arranged a meeting for tomorrow morning. In a separate place, Ryan gathered with his team. He assigned Travis and 2 other people to do reconnaissance on the Hyena Trail. Meanwhile, he received an assignment to follow Pete to Kandahar city tomorrow morning. In the evening, Travis arrived at the Hyena Pass. From the reconnaissance, 2 rebels were seen installing an improvised explosive device. Travis immediately took them out with his rifle. The next morning, Pete and the troops were escorted by the Afghan National Army to Kandahar city. Upon arrival, Haji Baba asked to get off the road and separate from them. He didn't want to be seen with Canadian soldiers. Shortly afterward, Pete entered a house where the ghost was. The ghost claimed to be named Muhammad. Pete then gave him some money in return for saving Ryan and the team. Seeing the money, he said only a fool would accept a gift without knowing what it was for. Pete then told the legend of a mujahideen who fought the Soviets. He was nicknamed the Lion of the Desert. Reportedly, he was returning to become a mujahideen, so Pete gave him his business card in case he ever knew about the Lion of the Desert. Pete then left, convinced that Muhammad or the ghost was the Lion of the Desert. The Russian soldiers called him the ghost because they couldn't kill him. They shot him 4 times, blew him up 2 times, but always after the wounds healed, he continued to fight. However, after the Russians withdrew, the ghost decided not to deal with the Taliban. For some reason, the Taliban left him alone. Now he's back, and Pete wants to know why. Long story short, Pete met Haji Baba again. He was confused why the ghost didn't explain anything but wanted to meet. For this reason, Pete, who was still curious, asked Haji to access the villagers' archives at the local government office. With access from his uncle who worked in the government office, Haji entered the office the next day. He found data that almost all the land in the village belonged to Bashir. Meanwhile, Jennifer, who felt unwell, went to the doctor at the command post. The examination results showed that she was pregnant. Jennifer was shocked to hear this. Furthermore, Haji reported that the land in the village belonged to Bashir. He leased the land to farmers to be managed as fields. When the harvest came, Bashir would ask these farmers for $5,000. However, due to the large number of Taliban members around the fields, international security assistance forces destroyed their fields. However, Bashir did not care and still asked for $5,000. Haji said there was a farmer named Abdul Malik, who was the son of a ghost, aka a desert lion. That is why the ghost returned to the village, to maintain the honor of his family. Pete wants the ghost to be their ally so they can finish the hyena's path. He also asked Ryan and the team to keep an eye on the village, finding out who was going in and out of the village. Later that night, Ryan set out to fulfill his orders. In the morning, Ryan's team monitored Abdul Malik's house, while Pete and Ryan monitored from the command post with Jennifer. Shortly after, Travis reported that he saw a convoy of 3 white cars heading towards Abdul Malik's house. Apparently, Bashir and Kareem and several Taliban members were visiting. Bashir then appointed 2 people to enter the house. Shortly thereafter, they kidnapped Abdul Malik's 2 daughters. Seeing this scene, they reported to the command post. Ryan felt they could not remain silent. Pete said that Bashir took Abdul Malik's children because he could not pay the $5,000 land rent. Bashir wanted to hand over the 2 children to the Taliban and sell them. Jennifer explains that they can't interfere because of the rules of engagement. Bashir is known to be protected by the CIA since he is a CIA asset. If they intervene, it will bring down their general and destabilize the entire war group. Pete plans to ask Haji Baba for help to invite the ghost to the inauguration of the Hyena Trail. The ghost will definitely take revenge considering that this involves the honor of his family. Later, the ghost will be placed at the same event. Pete then asked Haji to arrange a meeting with the ghost at the safe house. He also told Ryan to provide protection, both at the safe house and at the inauguration. Pete promises, after all this is over, he will look for Abdul Malik's children. Meanwhile, Jennifer reveals to Ryan that she is pregnant with his child. Ryan is happy about this, although this is a serious problem considering military regulations prohibit promiscuity. Before leaving for his next mission, Ryan proposed and Jennifer happily accepted. On the other hand, the news of his son's plight had reached the ghost's ears. That night, Bashir's son, Kareem, was just coming out of the barbershop when suddenly, a car pulled over and kidnapped him. As it turned out, it was the ghost's men, and the news reached Bashir. Long story short, the next day Pete met the ghost at the safe house. Pete expressed his reasons for wanting to help Afghans, especially the villagers who were blackmailed by Bashir. He would be honored if the ghost would accept $5,000 from him and come to the inauguration of the Hyena Trail. Upon hearing that Bashir would also be there, the ghost agreed to come. The next day, Ryan and the team were already in a reconnaissance position at the top of the cliff, setting up between the safe house and the Hyena Trail launch site. Meanwhile, Pete monitored at the command post with Jennifer. Shortly after General Rillman and his troops arrived at the site, they were still waiting for their guests, Bashir and the ghost. Ryan and his team continued to stand guard from a distance until finally, the long-awaited arrival. Bashir's convoy of vehicles arrived first. However, they headed for the safe house instead of the inauguration. Ryan reported this to the Post. Pete said they had to get ready. It looks like Bashir has an appointment with the ghost, so this will be a personal matter between them. Sure enough, shortly after Bashir got out of the car, the ghost appeared. He said Bashir had insulted the honor of his family. Bashir replied that his son owed him $5,000. The ghost then handed over the money that Pete had previously given. However, the problem was not over. The ghost asked for his grandchildren to be returned immediately. Bashir admitted that it was impossible because they had disappeared. Bashir then said he wanted Kareem back. The ghost said he would see his son, after which the ghost took Kareem's head out of his bag. Seeing Bashir about to shoot the ghost, Ryan decided to shoot Bashir. His men left immediately after Bashir was killed.
Fuck.
On the other hand, General Rillman asked his troops to leave the location immediately. Pete was upset with Ryan's decision. Suddenly, the ghost appeared behind him. When they were talking, suddenly one of Ryan's team personnel was shot. They broke up and rushed to protect themselves. The ghost helped them fight the rebels. The troops and the ghost then entered the safe house in a cornered condition. Travis, who was shot, was later killed. Ryan reported the situation to the Post and asked for help.
He's got nothing, you understand that? He has nothing.
Realizing there was no way out, Ryan ordered an artillery attack on his location to eliminate the rebels. After apologizing one last time to Jennifer, who went to great lengths to overturn the order, Ryan told the ghost that he was going to be a father, something the ghost seemed to understand even though he didn't speak English.
Ryan, don't do this. Please don't do this.
Moments later, artillery shells hit the area of the house, killing Ryan, the ghost, and the Taliban insurgents around them. Subsequently, Canadian troops freed the kidnapped Afghan children, including Ghost's 2 granddaughters. Later that evening, Pete attended the repatriation ceremony of the fallen personal remains and paid his last respects.